Morning. So today going to work on the tender trailer for the planter. Got it hooked up and back at the shop. The service it, grease it, check the brakes, service the pump motor. There's a valve, release valve for the parking brakes. It's stuck. So I'm gonna let it build air. It's build enough air to release, but then it just leaks air. So I'll probably take that valve off and get a new one, replace it. So it's kind of what we're into right now. So got tractor and planter pretty much ready. So things are getting ready, but we're still wet. Next week they're calling for more rain, 2 to 4 more inches. So we'll just see what happens and go from there. Hopefully we'll have everything ready by the time we go to the field. Well, we could go as far as equipment. We're pretty well ready. A few minor things that maybe in a half hour we'd be ready to go. So, but the field is not. None of the fields are. They're still wet, heavy, muddy, whatever you want to call them. I just drove in the field with the tractor and both planters, and we're soft out there. I don't know how well it shows up. Right there's cut ruts. So we're a ways away, and they're calling for 2 to 4 inches of rain here over the next 10 days. So we're kind of in a hold pattern. See behind me? Bean planter. We're headed to the field. I'm gonna go try to plant some beans before it rains. Ground's fit. Had Corey run to Salford on it, so we're gonna go see if we can get some beans in the ground, get the planter set up. Stay tuned. See behind me? That's planter. That's field. We're planting beans. So I got started earlier, planted about 18 or 19 acres so far. I didn't film any of that because it just takes so long to get everything set, everything going, get all the glitches out of it, and figure out everything. It's the new to me bean planter, so I ran it 20 acres last year in double crop beans, and I had to relearn it and still figuring everything out on it. So that's kind of what we're doing now, but we're moving along, putting some beans in the ground. It's going to be raining here in a couple hours, put us out again for a while, so get a little bit done when we can. Just don't want to put any corn in the ground yet. It's still a little cool. Ground's still a little cool. It's warming up. We're into Salford over this to kind of help air it out and warm it up a little bit, get some bare ground so the sun gets to it and warms it up a little faster. So that's what we're doing. So this ground's drier because well, right over there, the other side of that barn, is a gravel pit. So this is a little more gravelly ground, dries out a little faster, so that's how we're able to be on it. I drove around to some other fields, and if it was the end of May instead of the end of April, I'd have been pushing a little harder, but we're early enough now that you got one chance to do it right, so we're going to do everything we can to do it right. So not going to rush it, not going to try to get in things too wet, too heavy. Just do it right the first time. The way inputs are, the way costs are, the way everything is. Time, you got one shot at it, so let's just do it right. So that is the rain that is on the way. So try to get done what I can get done, and there's about 30 acres in this farm, so I probably got, I don't know, 8 or or 10 done, so hopefully I can get done here before it rains. Well, I got Corey, showed him how to run the new bean planter. So he's taking off planting beans. So the other night, about a week ago or better, a week and a half ago, I was working here, wanted to get this done, but the couplers on the tractor messed up and we had to have new hydraulic remote couplers put in. So it didn't get done before the rain. So we're back at it now, making dust. So he's gonna finish this. Now there's another strip on the other side of the barn that comes out to the road, and there's a little strip on that side of the road, so about 5 acres on that side of the road, and there's like 3.5 or 4 over there, then this. So I'm gonna go see about getting everything ready to plant corn. So I'm pumping everything, all my liquid on the truck. The tank there that you can see, that's for my pop-up, the Infura. So that'll be the tank that I mounted on the front of the tractor. There's another, that's a 1,000-gallon tank. There's another 2,000-gallon tank in the front, and that's 28% nitrogen. That's going in my 2x2, abandoned beside the row. So I'll be putting on Infura and nitrogen, and then that'll get the corn up and going, and then I won't have to put as much on nitrogen when I come back and side dress. So getting the truck full of liquid, then I'll put my corn on, and I have another product to mix with my Infura that can't mix in the tank if it's going to set. So get that done, and hopefully be ready to move some stuff here after a bit. In the field, getting ready to load the planter for the first time this year. So get the planter loaded, see what happens here shortly. Well, there we are. So I put seed in the planter. I just put half a bag in each box because invariably starting out, something's not right. And it's a heck of a lot easier to lift the seed box off with a half a bag of seed than a full bag. So put enough seed in, get going. The fertilizer's full, so I'm ready to move the semi out of the way and move my truck back there out of the way, and we'll see what happens. Well, I got it planted. Had some kinks and bugs to work out and get everything going. Usually takes a while the first day. I don't know which, probably pushing 6 o'clock, and I started at about 1 o'clock, and I've done 23 acres, so it just takes a while to get started. I think I got everything lined out to where I want. My fertilizer's doing what I want it to do. The acres I've run and what's run out is pretty much where it needs to be. My auto steer's not working, so I'm running the markers and driving the tractor, so ain't no big deal. So this is planted. Over there is actually planted. We're no-till, so this is what no-till looks like. And we'll come in, and the next day or two we'll spray this. So trying to get it to where you can see the planter behind me. So got road cleaners, just moving the trash out of the way. Planting right in there. It's planting real nice, really. This lot's closing good. It's nice moisture. It's not too wet, not too dry. It's working real nice. So putting the seed down about 2 inches. So everything's plugging along now. There's a shot of the planter planting. There's the marker out. Don't see much of that anymore. I can still do it. I do have, I did set an AB line, so I do have the guidance lines, those dark lines, those are my guidance lines. So that's where we're at. The top line, that's my line, so I'm driving within 2 inches of my GPS AB straight line, so that's not bad. This is the downside to markers. I broke a shear bolt, so I gotta fold it around and put a new bolt in it. So this is wheat. Well, it was wheat last summer, and then we double cropped soybeans into it. So I'm planning in no-tilling into that, and get over here, kind of get down. And so the row cleaners aren't doing much. They're just moving big trash out of the way if there is any. The straw is matted. It's on the ground, so it's really not kicking much up. So here's an example of what it's doing. You can see it's moved the trash out of the way, just skimmed the top, moved the trash out of the way, and there's where I planted. This on top, I can take and go all the way to the seed trench, and it just crumbles apart. So the jetter twisters just kind of crumble the soil to the seed trench, and then the drag chains just take and collect a little bit of soil with it just to cover it up. I'm running on my light notch with those, and that's all it takes. Planting corn in a cereal rye cover crop, so it's got a decent stand for being flown on. See over there, that's where I've done. That's where I'm going. Get back there. Doing a good job. Been out and checked a few times, checking the seed slot. It's closing good. Putting the corn down there about 2 inches deep, right where we want it. So this rye was sprayed probably 5 days ago. So it's paling up. Just sprayed with Roundup to kill it, and then Dad's over there. I don't know if I can zoom in on him or not, or if I can find him. There he is. Dad's over there spraying the corn herbicide, so right behind me. So here's my where a road unit ran. There's where another row unit ran. So you can see the stitching that the jetter twisters are doing. So we'll get down here and look at this a little closer. So there it is. It's got good moisture, but it's crumbly. It's not just packing it in. I can take my finger and run to the bottom of the seed trench. Well, I think that's where we'll run this video. As you can see behind me, clouds are moving in. Sky's getting a little dark, so supposed to get a little rain here in a little bit. So guess we'll catch up and start again next week and share some of that too. So if you haven't liked, go ahead and like it. If you haven't subscribed, do that. Again, I want to thank everybody that does watch for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. See you guys.